The Fighting Force RD lightweight champion has arrived to a strong ovation. La Máquina JHONASKY Sojo, 12-3 record as a pro, 8 knockouts, 3 decision victories, 1 submission, finishes in 9 of his 12 victories, standing in at 5'9", 71-inch reach. And Shorty, 7 of his victories have come from good old-fashioned striking. So you'd have to imagine he's looking to pounce and punch.
I'm telling you, when it comes to the excitement factor of this man, he always puts on the show. You think the crowd is going crazy now. Like, wait until he finally steps in there and puts on a performance. He is non-stop action. I've seen fights him going back and forth, getting dropped, and he still walks forward. I mean, he doesn't stop.
Sojo is 3-0 in Fighting Force RD competition. Currently on a 4-fight win streak, defeated Lucas Marte at Titan FC 69. Blue belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, first-degree brown belt in kickboxing. Like you mentioned, so well-rounded in his arsenal.
I mean, he always puts on a show inside to outside the cage. This is actually the fight I've been waiting for, because I'm truly a fan of his. Because no matter what, the crowd's going to go wild.
Sojo is known for giving everyone their money's worth, that's for sure.
Contest is our coming event by Fighting Force Championship bout, and is scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds in the lightweight division. Introducing first, fighting off the blue corner with an MMA record of 6-3 from San Pedro de Macorís, Dominican Republic. Please welcome Jefry Roy. And his opponent, firing out of the red corner with an MMA record of 12-3. From Venezuela, living in Dominican Republic, please welcome JHONASKY Sojo. The referee for this coming event, the Sensei Oliver Cruz.
Both these fighters getting a tremendous ovation. Roy with the hometown love. And everyone here just loves JHONASKY Sojo, and with good reason.
And Sojo, again, mix it up, circle, move around, but stay aggressive, because Roy does have that power. You know, Roy is an aggressive fighter, you know, but because of that, he might, you know, run out of steam extremely quick.
5-round title fight, Fighting Force RD lightweight championship on the line. JHONASKY Sojo out of the red corner, Jefry Roy out of the blue corner.
These guys just feeling themselves out. I like how they're not, you know, exploding. They're just staying patient. Sojo using that beautiful jab.
And Sojo always maintains impeccable conditioning. But a massive opportunity here for Roy.
You can tell this is a title fight. You can see both of them just staying patient.
When you have the 5 rounds. Oh! Beautiful takedown there.
Is Roy going to be able to get that back? He's trying to jump over to get the hook, but it's just too far out of position. Sojo needs to be able to get his left arm out and put it around the waist to get on top, but he's struggling here. Roy's holding on tight. That's what he needs to do, but he's trying to force that right leg over.
Nice control here thus far by Roy.
And every time, now Sojo's gonna get on top. Yeah, beautiful takedown. Straight into a half guard. Now, how is Roy gonna work off his back?
Well, we mentioned...
I was gonna say a little bit of a crucifix, but...
7 of Sojo's victories have come from striking. So Roy does not want to have Sojo maintaining control.
Roy almost able to get on top, but Sojo, again, just staying resilient and doing the right thing by scrambling. Now he's at a side mount position. Correction. Now I have.
From the opening seconds, over 2 minutes in, this entire fight has been on the ground.
Oh, beautiful right hand.
And you can see here, Sojo just being very patient, wanting to tire out Jefry Roy.
And that's all he's doing. He's just doing little strikes. He's not overexerting himself because he knows Roy gasses out. But make him work to move. Throw strikes here and there. If he doesn't move, then keep on throwing those strikes. But since he's staying active, cool, stay patient. Just hold position. Make him work. And nice little right hand there. The only problem is, again, Roy is staying in that position. What's he going to do? That leg is there. Maybe go under the leg.
Yeah, thus far, Roy has not been able to have an answer for the mount by Sojo.
It looks like he's trying to readjust to get a, full guard, but that knee, he has one butterfly hook in. Well, not so much, really, but...
Now, coming into the fight, Jefry Roy's strengths, one of them being his ground game, but Sojo has really been overpowering.
And he's just staying patient. He's making Roy move. He's making him panic in a sense, try to get out, and immediately steps over to mount. He has those hooks to make Roy work, and it's a smart thing when you have a very explosive fighter. You see how much he's turning there. It's exhausting to be in that position, but he's able to get on top, though. And an immediate reversal by JHONASKY Sojo. Maybe we're going to see a Von Flug choke. Oh, okay. I was hoping for one.
It appeared for a second there. Sojo was about to establish back control, but credit to Jefry Roy.
And this is a good position to half guard against the fence. That's where you can just punch away. Turn your opponent's body, full body towards the fence. Get a right underhook and just punch away.
Case in point, this is exactly where Sojo wants to be with less than a minute to go in the first round.
Man, somebody call me Shorty Damas because I'm just calling everything here.
You have been a bit of a soothsayer tonight.
Yeah.
It's almost like you know what you're doing.
Somebody hired me. Well, I hope. It's like somebody's texting me right now. They're just giving me notes.
Now Sojo landed a couple of elbows and...
Oh, those are a little high.
Oh!
And again, just a beautiful job at holding that back position.
Sojo being very patient here. 10 seconds left in the first round.
Nice little neon belly there.
Oh my!
Oh, big right hand. Oh man, you just saw Roy get rocked there twice.
Will Roy be saved? Yes, he is.
Wow.
If that first round was 10 seconds longer, that may have been it.
Yeah. Wow. And beautiful exclamation point to end the round. Kind of saying, Sojo, like, hey man, I can explode at any time and finish you.
That was a couple of exclamation points there as Sojo was landing some thunderous blows there to Jefry Roy. As we check out some of the action from round one.
Oof. And we see this nice reversal, but Roy didn't hold position. Sojo was able to get on top, trying to kind of show top crucifix. Roy gave up his back, eventually went to his back. Sojo got a neon belly and just started throwing those big haymakers with his right. And we see two immediately landing. You saw the eyes roll back a little bit. And again, like you were saying, 10 seconds left. Maybe we would have got the job done.
Appears to have bounced back quite well, but...
Oh my gosh. They're pouring water all over these guys. This is like the Yoel Romero trick with the ice all over the floor. But I guess they're cleaning it up. I guess it's fair because they're both doing it. So I guess is that really bad? I don't know.
You got to find every way to stay hydrated.
Like if it was one fighter, okay. Like the little suspect there. But this is both fighters, so this is a mistake or a setup by both coaches. I don't know.
You see the eyes of JHONASKY Sojo. He looks like he's ready. Yeah. He's looking like he wants to finish it in this round.
I'm telling you, he's just an exciting fighter.
He certainly is. The excitement's only going to continue in our main event coming up next. Titan FC heavyweight title on the line.
Another towel. Let's make this cage into a slip and slide.
Or a crocodile mile, depending on which one you prefer.
I like how calm Sojo is. But Roy, he's just ready to fight, man.
Well, Sojo knows he clearly won the first round, and he had Roy exactly where he wanted him at the end.
And Sojo's now, he's feeling himself. He's into that rhythm.
If you are Jefry Roy, what's your plan here? Clearly, Sojo had control on the ground. Are you trying to keep this fight vertical?
Well, yeah, I mean, you said it best. You know, you control the fight on the ground. That's not where you want to be. You already know that's a losing battle. Second best guess is, all right, plan A didn't work. Plan B, let's keep this on the feet and go from there. And Roy's, you know, being smart. He's making Sojo try to come to him, but Sojo's calm.
You can tell Sojo just waiting for Roy to give him an opening.
I was going to say, he's going to force Roy to kind of explode like that, and he's doing that. But so far, not too destructive. You know, it's controlled.
Roy is a very powerful striker, but Sojo incredibly quick and elusive.
Oh, beautiful right hand by Sojo.
See the constant motion by Sojo.
Nice little shot attempt, but beautiful defense by Roy. But this is not where you want the fight to be. Back up, create some space.
Yeah, if you're Jefry Roy, you didn't have luck up against the cage in the first round.
You know, for Sojo, this is where he wants to be. Oh! If you saw the water or sweat, whatever you want to call it, fly off.
2 minutes into round one, Fighting Force lightweight title on the line. The champion, JHONASKY Sojo, and the challenger, Jefry Roy.
Oh, beautiful right hand by both.
How much did that land, though? That's the question on Sojo.
And you see, like I was telling you with the commission, the president's here, the guys in the Dominican Republic, Fernando, Rodolfo, these guys are putting in work. These fans are all excited. You hear the crowd going.
Every fighter has really given the fans something to be excited about tonight from start to finish thus far.
And these guys are happy to collaborate with Titan FC and just be on UFC Fight Pass. And these fighters obviously put on the performance that they need.
Tremendous focus in the eyes of both of these fighters, just looking for a tiny opening.
Oh, and that's a scary thing is Roy has that knockout power.
Oh my!
Wow!
A right hand lands by Jefry Roy.
Shorty Dalmas does it again. I think I need to ask for a bonus after this fight.
And now up against the cage.
And this is where Sojo needs to be. Get the fight down to the ground. You're dominating there.
Well, right now, Sojo's just trying to recover. That right hand really knocked him back.
Yo, and he never really got hit too much, but he was getting arrogant, a little too cocky. And that's fine, to feel yourself a little bit, but you still have to stay competent. But he gets the fight down to the ground. This is where he needs to be. This is a much safer fight. Might not be the exciting fight he's usually known for, but this is part of the process. A win's a win.
Well, look, he has the full 5 rounds. Just over a minute to go in round 2. And now Sojo establishing the mount against the cage.
Just such a vicious right hand by Roy. Again, one shot can end the fight. And that one almost did.
Well, in this round 2, Roy was, he's really started to fight his fight. For the most part, keeping on his feet and finally landing a couple of strikes.
And Roy, I like to label it as like a Tyron Woodley type of fighter. He's relaxed and explosive. It makes it go to his pace. If you don't push the pace on him, there's no fight. He's going to relax. There's no reason to use that conditioning. But if you give him that space, he's going to land at one big strike like Woodley land on Lawler, and there it goes. Oh, beautiful elbow to get back to a position by Sojo.
Jefry Roy really taking a lot of punishment, but...
And I think we see a nice little cut there. A small one, a very small one under the eye of Sojo.
And Sojo trying to land a number of strikes just like in the end of round 1.
Well, he's trying to win the round, you know, and that, even though Jefry Roy landed that one strike, you know, I still give it to Sojo, but the fact is, you know, some judges look at it like, man, that's all that matters to me.
The challenger, though, really stormed back in round 2 when it looked like the fight might be over at the end of round 1.
And we just see how calm, you know, Sojo was that entire round. You know, throwing his own strikes, they both kind of missed here. But then we see eventually, 1,
there it is.
2, right over that shoulder, beautifully right at that jawline. Oh, from the other side, just a vicious strike. If Sojo wasn't moving back, that would have been a knockout strike. That was him moving backwards and still being rocked.
Are you surprised Jefry Roy didn't pounce a little bit faster there following that right hand?
You know, sometimes it's in the spur of the moment, like, oh my gosh, it landed. And then the way they wobble back, sometimes you think like, you know, that mercy rule of like, maybe he's out. You know, it's just that recoil once he hits the fence, he hits the ground. I'm going to relax. But then obviously Sojo shot in. And for Jefry Roy, it took too much time. But you see that little shiner there.
Well, in case you needed some proof, that right hand landed.
Just a little bit.
We're starting to see a look of confidence there in the face of the challenger. As we're about to have our round 3.
We see a close-up of that shot. That eye is going to start to swell up. Luckily, it's below the eye. It's not really affecting his vision too much. If it swells up more, maybe. Maybe he won't be able to notice uppercuts, body shots, leg kicks, or even takedown attempts. And the last one you'll notice.
Here we go. Tremendous fight this has been thus far for the lightweight championship.
Ooh. Nice little check left hook by Jefry Roy. And he's starting to get Sojo's respect.
Well, if you're Sojo, you probably want to get this fight back on the ground as soon as possible.
Oh, 100%. I think that would just be the more, you know, the beautiful teep kick. Be the tactical thing to do, but Jefry Roy just so strong and explosive. It's not where Sojo wants to be against the fence. He's more than likely going to try to shoot. I'm trying to call this.
There's a beautiful combination there by Jefry Roy. Are we starting to see some doubt in JHONASKY Sojo?
Beautiful
there's
takedown.
yeah.
That's the hard part for Jefry Roy, is he has to really work his way back up.
To Sojo's credit, Roy was really owning the opening moments of this round, but now Sojo back to establishing control.
Oh, I thought we were going to probably see a Kimura attempt, but overall we see some ground and pound. No top crucifix yet. But I know that's what Sojo usually tries to go for, and we see him trying to do it now.
Sojo landed a couple of left hands
he
here.
He has that top crucifix. It's a very hard position to get out of.
Jefry Roy unable to defend these strikes.
And beautiful job by Sojo of just maintaining position. Cool, he lost the crucifix a little bit, kind of halfway there. He still has that arm locked. You'll get his head on the other side and be able to punch away again. But in the process like he's doing, use that free hand, start elbowing, start doing things. Maybe he's going to try to transition to a mount, but gets his leg stuck in a half guard. Maybe he was trying to do a nice little arm triangle or scarf choke.
Roy's in a tough spot here. He doesn't want to give up the back either. It's a very difficult...
Yeah, now you're halfway in the fight. You know, you don't want to be too reckless trying to stand up, give up your back, give up your neck.
Halfway into round 3 of this 5-round title fight. Very exciting thus far between champion and challenger. Someone would probably be surprised we've even gone this far.
Yeah. And again, this is a very technical fight by JHONASKY. He knows that, man, I can't be on the feet like that. I have to play this smart on the ground and make Jefry Roy work. And these are hard shots in the temple.
Well, you mentioned last time around, Roy really worked landing Quiñones, but then tired out.
And this was around the time. Oh, is he going to be able to reverse position? Looks like he's going to do it. Oh, JHONASKY knew he was going to give up position, so he decided to let go and stand up. Smart decision by him.
Both fighters back to their feet. What a battle this has been. 90 seconds remaining in the third round.
And you just hear the crowd.
This is what it's all about.
Oh, both of them catching each other.
I don't think there's any doubt now. Sojo certainly has the respect. Has a lot of respect now for Jefry Roy.
And I think Sojo might be a little more gassed than usual.
Less than a minute to go, you can start to see fatigue.
He's definitely not as aggressive as he usually is, but Jefry Roy, you know, I'm not saying he's not taking advantage of it, but he's playing it maybe too smart, staying too calm, giving JHONASKY a lot of time to breathe. But you're losing that round because of it.
And this has been a very even round, though. The round could be won in these final 30 seconds.
Yeah. You know, JHONASKY has a bad tendency of putting his left hand down during combinations. So being able to land that overhand right as he did before, Roy needs to just go for it. Oh, he tries it there. Oh, a little groin shot there. It's a good break for both. Looks like, honestly, yeah, for both.
Only 12 seconds left in the round.
Hey, take it, man. You can use the break, do it.
You love to hear this energy from this crowd.
It's a crazy thing, man. That's why I love coming here. Everyone is just so enthusiastic. It's a wild environment. They have a great time.
It's a global sport, continues to grow. We love being here, and we love the fight that we're getting tonight.
Oh.
And that'll do it for round 3.
Or excuse me, his last fight against Lenny Quiñones, I honestly think he was winning that fight. If not, it was 1-1 in that third round. He just gassed out. Landon knew what to do. Just push the pace, tire him out. He's dying here. Yeah. Let's keep on finishing him. But we see the back and forth stand-up battle. But Jefry Roy, I think, landed a little more. That push kick, that teep kick, whatever you want to call it, was so close.
Jefry Roy has essentially been a little more the aggressor in the past 2 rounds.
I'm very surprised. You know, did JHONASKY Sojo not take this fight as serious? Or, man, are those shots just really adding up? Or the scrambles in the ground that much more exhausting than we believe?
Or Jefry Roy may have had a tremendous camp. Obviously learned a lot from the fight against Quiñones and has really found a way to become a more patient fighter, along with maybe improving his endurance.
Also, I'm looking at Titan FC just posted. Shout out to one of our camera guys, Justin Sims. Happy 41st birthday. You're the man. We love you, and we appreciate you being part of the family.
We love you, Justin. We know you're exhausted right now. Keep going.
And you owe me $20. People don't forget.
Also not a surprise.
Yes.
Here we go, round 4. Fighting Force RD lightweight title. Up for grabs, the champion, JHONASKY Sojo, and the challenger, Jefry Roy. Sojo clearly won the first round. The last 2, a little bit difficult to say.
Oh, and we see again, Roy putting that pressure, getting JHONASKY on the fence. And that's what he needs to do. That's how he's going to land that big overhand right. But he needs to mix it up a little bit.
Do you feel like more pressure is on Sojo? I mean, Jefry Roy is essentially playing with house money here.
And Roy's doing a good job with those jabs, but he needs to walk forward to throw that overhand. He can't just loop it out. You know, I believe Roy should start going down to the body and throwing left hooks. Oh, and just missed by JHONASKY. And those leg kicks are leaving JHONASKY a little bit square. And, you know, Roy's trying to counter. Oh, beautiful balance by Roy. It was a good job.
Great shield there.
And as I say that, never mind. I'm sorry, I jinxed you.
Back down to the ground, not where Jefry Roy wants to be.
And he's going for a Kimura attempt. He can use this either to elevate to a different position, elevate to get out, or actually try to go for the submission.
Or if you're Roy and you can't lock it in, you want to get back to your feet.
I just want to hear somebody in the crowd yell, break it, but it's not even in position yet. And JHONASKY's doing the right thing, but he's staying at center the entire time. He's grabbing onto his inner thigh. He's not letting him extend. He's letting Roy kind of waste his energy there.
Elbows to the intercostals there in an attempt to break the hold.
Are those the false ribs? The bottom two?
They're the muscle of the ribs. And once again, another flurry of elbows, but to Roy's credit, he is maintaining the grasp on the shoulder, on the arm.
Oh, like I said, he's trying to use this to get on top, and he was almost there. I don't think he noticed it until it was too late. Oh. And Roy is doing a good job of scrambling, and he takes it back at Sojo. And he goes straight to mount.
Oh my, Jefry
and
Roy.
Sojo gives up his back with double hooks. What is Roy gonna do in this position?
What a turn of events. Jefry Roy looking to rock in the rear naked.
Sojo might be able to, and he does. Wow. Almost a highlight reel finish. Beautiful transition, but Sojo just stayed nice and calm and goes, all right, we're going back.
Jefry Roy completely shifted the momentum there for a couple of moments.
Oh, Roy going for a triangle. Sojo seeing it coming. Wow, doing a complete 360 to get around. That's actually really hard to do. And Sojo trying to go for that top crucifix again. Grabbing out to the wrist, putting the pressure on. And something I like is he's putting that knee at the hip and elbow at the hip. He's using that pressure, just squeezing in, not putting all the weight on. Right now he is, but then he's going back to that, to lean forward.
And you can see,
and he jumps to the other side, but kind of semi-stuck in. Now he's stuck in a half guard. And we hear the crowd. Now he's in a three-quarter mount and transitioned all the way to a mount. The last time he was in here is the end of the first round. And remember, he only had so much time to finish it. Oh gosh, vicious elbow.
Just over a minute to go in the fourth round of this 5-round title fight. Once again, another very close round.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna say anything. You hear the crowd? You hear it.
Nothing we can say to give this excitement the justice that this crowd just gave.
And straight to mount by Sojo. And a beautiful elbow to start it off. I was going to say, Roy's probably going to give up his back, not take those strikes.
A flurry of rights and lefts now by Sojo. Can Jefry Roy hang on for the final 30 seconds?
Oh, and he scrambles out.
Couple of hammer fists.
Sojo in a little bit of a bad position. He's fine there. And Roy kind of just grabbing out right now, just to stay safe, but he's in a bad position. If he was able to get his left leg out, then cool, might be a small transition, but he's stuck here.
If you're Jefry Roy, hang on.
He's surviving. And honestly, it's the best case scenario for him. Another 360 roll.
And that'll do it for the fourth round. We are heading to a fifth and final.
Who expected to go all 5 rounds? Not me.
Well, let me ask you as the fighter, what did you see? Where did you see this fight going? First or second round, maybe?
I thought it was going to be done at least in the second.
Yeah.
Because Roy always has that fighting chance in the first and second round, but he does gas out. But this was a much slower paced fight than, Sojo's usual bouts. But we see here again, Sojo staying aggressive on top. Roy was trying to go for that Kimura lock, Kimura submission key lock, and, you know, scrambling really well to get out, but Sojo doing a better job being one step ahead. But here, gave him a bad position, and Roy had a very dominant spot. A dominant scramble, but
yeah,
Sojo just knew what to do. Stay calm, patient, use that sweat to his advantage. That 360 roll, which again, I think is pretty hard to do. And be able to keep his balance and stay in position was phenomenal. But we see the strikes in the ground and pound. He had the beautiful mount. He was going up high, trying to get the finish, but Roy is just not quitting tonight.
Both fighters showed tremendous transitions there in that fourth round. That was a difficult one to call.
I still give it to JHONASKY Sojo,
okay,
just because of the top control, but definitely a very much well-contested bout or contested round for Jefry Roy. I think it's a fair 10-9 for Sojo. I think besides maybe one round, I think so far all the rounds are going to JHONASKY Sojo.
So if you're Jefry Roy,
you go for it all.
You need to swing for the fences in this final round.
I like how the referee is actually wiping the sweat off of them. No, man, this is actually to their advantage. But hey, yo, it is what it is. The mats are sweaty either way.
Well, the fans here have gotten more than their money's worth, and we still have a title fight coming up next.
And you hear the Dominican people going for their guy, Jefry Roy. Sojo's not from here, even though he's a champion. He's not from here.
But don't forget the ovation that Sojo got on his walkthrough. But
he's entertaining, but man, you don't go away from your people. That's just how it is. Oh, beautiful head kick, but just the toes, just the toes.
If you're Jefry Roy, you want to keep this final round vertical?
Oh, for sure. But he has to be more aggressive. He can't stay as patient as he is right now. But use that left hand to go downstairs. Go to the body. Frame down and then throw that right hand over the top. But you keep on throwing those jabs. They're just not powerful, and they know, or excuse me, JHONASKY knows he's going to throw that right hand after. You take one big strike like he did before, it's not going to work the same. He knows, like, this ain't happening twice. So Jefry now has to set it up.
Jefry Roy going to have to be the aggressor here. He has been thus far in the first minute.
Oh, he's been at the center, but we see it's slippery. He has to make this fight close. Use that left hand, go to the body, and then come upstairs with a big overhand right.
Perhaps Roy's mindset is he has to go for the knockout here in the final round. As close as this fight has been.
Oh, 100%.
There's JHONASKY Sojo being very patient.
Now it's back. You're right. Now it's back to Sojo. Oh, and then you hear the battle of Jeffries. Oh, beautiful right hand as well. And Jefry needs to get out of this wall clinch. He needs to bring it back to the center.
And Shorty, as a fighter, when you get to the final round like this in a 5-round fight, how much of a battle of will does it become, not only against your opponent, but against yourself?
Oh, 100%. I mean, every fight, the opponent you're going against is yourself. Yeah, your opponent's there, this nab, but man, if you're there 100%, you have the best chance of winning this fight. And beautiful reversal by Jefry Roy. Sojo tried to go for that sweep, but kind of in a sense sweeped himself.
Sojo springing back to his feet, almost halfway finished.
Yo, but to get back to your point, this game is a mental game. If you come inside the cage not mentally prepared, you already came in and lost, no matter what your opponent does.
Well, one thing's for sure, both these fighters were more than prepared tonight.
Yeah, but Sojo's leaning on that leg. Surprised the ref hasn't tried to break him apart, especially in this 5th and final round. There's not much time.
For Jefry Roy, you don't want to be here. You only have 2 minutes left.
And you hear the ref right now kind of warning him.
Well, JHONASKY.
Yeah, Sojo's just going to stay there. He's not going for it. Just trying to get that single, but Roy's just strong. He's just pulling that leg back.
JHONASKY Sojo feels...
Never mind, correction.
Okay.
And now Roy needs to work to get his way up. Shout out Rihanna.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, yeah, almost has like a back crucifix kind of.
Oh, wow.
Back up. You see Sojo walking away. He's definitely exhausted.
Sojo's in no rush. He feels like he has the fight won if it goes to a decision.
Oh, mouthpiece is out. Put that back in, and let's go. A little over a minute left.
And if you're Jefry Roy,
swinging overhand rights.
you gotta start swinging, exactly.
I'd go jab body, overhand right. But keep Sojo against the fence. Don't let him move that much.
45 seconds to go in the 5th and final round. Fighting Force RD lightweight title on the line. Oh, a couple of...
You see that? Might have wobbled him a little bit.
Yeah, a couple of shots land there for Jefry Roy.
And Sojo now is just playing defensive. Oh, beautiful body kick. 30 seconds left. I mean, you can tell Jeffrey's tired too.
The crowd here letting Jefry Roy know he's only got seconds left.
Beautiful leg kicks. Oh, 10 seconds left.
And now Roy for one final flurry. Ooh, beautiful takedown there.
Gets the fight down to the ground. I honestly thought he was going to start going for haymakers. I thought that would have been a better choice, but I'm not inside the cage.
Could that takedown have won the round for Jefry Roy, but will it even matter? That's the question.
You know, let's just say for the fun of it, it did. I still give it 3-2 for JHONASKY Sojo, but a very tough fight for both.
Oh, tremendous competition here between the champion and challenger. We've now seen 2 fights go the distance. Ty Johnson winning unanimously earlier tonight. This fight a lot closer as we go back to check out some of the action in the final round. Ooh, that kick landed there by Sojo. There's Jefry Roy with a nice combination there, but may have been too little too late.
And we have a decision.
The decision is in. Will the title change hands?
After 5 rounds, by the Fighting Force Championship bout, the winner by unanimous decision is JHONASKY, La Máquina, Sojo!
Tremendous show of respect from everyone here for both of these fighters as the Fighting Force RD lightweight title is wrapped around the waist of JHONASKY Sojo.
And this crowd is always going wild for your fight. I'm here with your winner, JHONASKY Sojo. Do you think this fight... Do you think this fight was much tougher than you expected?
Que si esta pelea fue más difícil de lo que tú esperabas.
Sí, realmente fue más difícil de lo que esperaba. No pensé que Jefry fuese a mejorar tanto su trabajo en el piso, y tuvo buenos scrambles, buenos momentos. Aunque me sentí dominando, realmente se me complicó un poco. No esperaba que su resultado fuera tan bueno.
I wasn't expecting such a tough fight. I didn't know that Roy would have such a good ground game, so it was a tougher fight than expected.
And you pushed through. Honestly, you're such a fast-paced fighter, but he's so strong, you never know what's going to happen. Did you believe that fight was going to go all 5 rounds? Because it was a crazy war.
Que tú empujaste mucho y que si esperabas que iba a ser una pelea a la distancia 5 asaltos.
realmente no esperaba que llegara a los 5 asaltos. Incluso hubo un momento, creo, en el primer round que pensé que Oliver se iba a meter a detener la pelea porque lo conecté en el Gran Ampón con 2 golpes buenos. Se vio que perdió un momento como el conocimiento, pero con los mismos golpes creo que se despertó. Y la pelea continuó y se me hizo bueno. Como ya vieron, tuve que llevar la distancia.
Que sí, que no esperaba una pelea tan difícil, que en el primer round lo conectó en el ground and pound y que pensó que lo iba a finalizar, pero su oponente continuó.
Well, to your winner, JHONASKY Sojo.
What a fight it was, but coming up next, a clash of the Titans for the Titan FC Heavyweight Championship.